Greetings! Welcome to this guide on Tier 5 relics in RuneScape 3 Leagues 2 Equilibrium. Tier 5 relics make gameplay more convenient in general. Recall that relic picks are permanent, so pick carefully. That said, the rejuvenated relic at Tier 6 lets you pick any relic below that tier, so there is some leeway. Before we get into the relics, let's look at the passive effects at Tier 5. Certain rare drops are 6 times as common. The League Sage, conveniently in Lumbridge, lets you switch to different spellbooks and prayer sets you've unlocked. You can choose your Reaper task. When defeating monsters, there's a 20% chance of getting 20 times the default amount of common or uncommon invention materials. Finally, items augmented with invention level up at 4 times the usual rate. At Tier 5, you pick one relic out of the following 3: Clue Connoisseur, Production Master, or Devout. Clue Connoisseur is the Clue relic, buffed since the last league. It gives you Yuri's Briefcase, which can store sealed clues and reward caskets. Yuri's Briefcase can teleport you to hidey holes, equivalent to old school RuneScape stash units, in areas you've unlocked. Hidey holes are spread out across the map, with one in each area except Anachronia and Havenhive. The relic unlocks the Globetrotter's outfit. Hidey holes act as if they're filled with emote clue items for the purpose of the Globetrotter outfit's effect, saving you from needing to obtain the items. For reference, one of the hardest clue items to get is the Staff of Light, requiring 93 Slayer in RMM mode, and by default a Fire Cape, as well as either Fremennik or Wilderness. The drop rate of sealed clues is doubled, and there is no longer a cap on the number of sealed clues you can have simultaneously, so you can save doing clues for later in the league if you prefer. When you complete a clue, you get triple the usual amount of treasure trail points and an extra reward casket. New clues are guaranteed to have the minimum number of steps to complete: 3 for easies, 4 for mediums, 5 for hards and elites, and 6 for masters, so clues are faster to complete on average. Opening reward caskets gives the maximum number of loot drops, making it easier to fill collection log slots. Production Master is an artisan skilling relic, buffed since last league, and similar to old school RuneScape's version. It gives you the Brooch of the Spirits, which provides an infinite supply of exquisite urns. While worn, you reap the benefits of a portable skilling station even if not using one, saving you from needing to make them. Also while worn, you can spawn Seren Spirits, Divine Blessings, Catalysts of Alteration, and Manifested Knowledge for chunks of extra XP. Many production activities batch process all resources in the inventory together, rather than the default of processing one resource at a time. According to RuneScape Wiki, the construction activities are building flat packs, planks, and frames. The instant processing works with most cooking outside of Demonheim. The crafting activities are spinning, pottery, glass blowing, leatherworking, studying leather armor, gem cutting, using a loom, stringing amulets, creating teletabs, crafting battle staves, and metal casting. The fletching activities are fletching arrows and their shafts, bolts, gem bolt tips, darts, bows strung and unstrung, sagai and their shafts, bolas, blisterwood polearms, death lotus equipment, and the criminal bolts and their shafts. The herb lore activities are cleaning herbs, making unfinished and finished potions, and making primal fruit pulp and primal extract. Masterwork items take 1 action to complete, where ordinarily they would take multiple. The only caveat about instant processing is that it does make production skills less AFK. You no longer burn food unless cooking already cooked food. Finally, construction, cooking, crafting, herb lore, fletching, and smithing are boosted by 6 levels. If these stats are somehow drained, then the boost is reapplied. The stat boosts are useful to access higher level content earlier, such as Elder Overload salves, at level 100. Devout is Banker's Note from last league, but with summoning benefits, and similar to old school RuneScape's version. Devout gives a Devout Yak summoning pouch and the Ethereal Storage Scroll. The Devout Yak familiar has 32 inventory slots, so it's tied with the Pack Mammoth for the Beast of Burden with the most storage. The Devout Yak can access the bank from virtually anywhere. According to the RuneScape Wiki, this doesn't work only at Entrana, Virago, Bizarre Fight Cave, and in combat. You can use items on the Devout Yak to note or unnote them accordingly in the amount you specify. You can use the ethereal storage to repeat the last action with the same item and amount. Using the scroll and pouch doesn't consume them or summoning points. When gaining XP in a skill with a stat boosting familiar, it gives you a base of 10 XP in that skill up to every 10 seconds. So up to 96k XP extra per hour at the 16x XP multiplier. Using scrolls no longer consumes them, so you can just make one scroll and keep reusing it. Familiar special moves cost 10% as many points as usual. Familiars deal bonus damage that scales with your summoning level up to 5x at level 99. With some luck, strong combat familiars such as the Ripper Demon could hit for tens of thousands. Let's compare the relics. Clue Connoisseur mainly makes clues more worth doing. Other uses are farming for certain clue rewards, such as items to disassemble for fortunate components, and god pages to charge illuminated god books. One of the best uses of this relic is to get clue tasks done relatively fast for points and jump to the next relic tier or rank. I calculated that clue-related tasks give 3,870 points altogether, about 10% of the 48k points for Dragon rank, so not insignificant. Production Master mainly benefits artisan skills and production activities. Another use is making viable a PVM build centered around masterwork equipment. Ordinarily, masterwork is notoriously slow to make, and we have limited time in the league, so the relic could be a core part of the masterwork build. Devout mainly benefits summoning, and makes inventory management more convenient. Another use is boosting DPS, and unnoting or restocking food during breaks in combat, especially at bosses with multiple phases. Having War's Retreat teleports to many areas of the map and multiple sources of sustain, especially the Eternal Sustenance Blessing, makes this use case less important. Devout could also make essence rune crafting more efficient than other methods, but RuneSpan saves you from needing to gather essence. In conclusion, which relic you pick depends on personal preference. Factors to consider are your playstyle and any synergy with other relics, areas, and combat blessings. There is no one right choice. Players who do a lot of clues and players focused on rushing to Dragon rank or reaching the maximum league point total may prefer Clue Connoisseur. The relic transforms treasure trails and unlocks almost 4k points worth of clue tasks that may otherwise take too long. Skillers, especially those focused on artisan skills, and PVMers building around masterwork equipment may prefer Production Master. The instant processing can make certain production activities about 28 times as fast, and masterwork significantly faster to make. Other PVMers, PvPers, and essence rune crafters may prefer Devout. The 5x bonus familiar damage alone makes this relic one of the strongest in the game, but being able to camp certain spots, such as runecrafting altars, is nice quality of life as well. For other players, I would rank the relics in order of how game-changing they feel, with Devout first because it overcomes inventory space limitation, Clue Connoisseur second because it overcomes the need for clue RNG to some degree, and Production Master third because it turns the Make Hex feature into Make Hex Now. If you're interested in more content like this, then be sure to let me know by subscribing, leaving a comment about what you like and most look forward to, or liking and sharing the video. Hitting the bell icon on the subscribe button helps you to stay up to date with my latest content. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.